Hey foodies, and welcome back to my channel. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, I know you guys are looking for a great mac and cheese recipe. This recipe is super easy and it's absolutely delicious. So let's get started. Here's all the ingredients that we are going to be using for this recipe. So we are going to be using about 3 teaspoons of chicken soup base, a half a block of white cheddar cheese, a bag of mozzarella cheese, 2 blocks of cheddar cheese, 2.5 cups of heavy cream, and an 8-ounce can of cheddar cheese condensed soup. And also, we can't forget the 2 eggs. That's what's going to bind everything together. And then we have some garlic salt, some onion powder, and some black pepper. And lastly, 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. All right, so we're going to start off with, of course, boiling our water. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil to that. And that's just to make sure the noodles don't stick together. Then I'm going to add in 3 teaspoons of that chicken soup base. What that's going to do is enhance the flavor of the mac and cheese. All right, so now you want to go ahead and add in those noodles and cook those al dente. Once those are done, we're going to obviously strain out that water, and I'm going to add in 1 stick of butter. So you just want to go ahead and get a spoon and just mix that around a little bit. And then we're going to put the lid on top, and it's just going to cook on its own from the steam. All right, so now it's time to make our cheese sauce. I'm gonna add another stick of butter into a hot skillet, let that melt, and then I'm gonna add in 2.5 cups of heavy cream. And guys, make sure your skillet is on low heat because I'm gonna add cheese in and you do not wanna burn your cheese. So you just wanna go ahead and give that a good stir. It's gonna take a while for this to thicken up, but I'm gonna go ahead and add in the canned cheese, the condensed cheese. So what that's gonna do is thicken up our sauce. I'm not gonna add any flour to this. The condensed cheese is gonna thicken everything up. So at this point, you wanna go ahead and add in the white cheddar cheese as well as the regular cheddar cheese. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that together. Make sure you add the cheeses in gradually just so our cheese sauce could be a nice, smooth consistency. It also makes it easier so you're not mixing all day. All right, so I added in the mozzarella cheese and I'm just mixing that together. As you can see, everything is starting to melt and come together. At this point, your sauce should be thick and it should coat the back of your spoon and it should have a nice cheese pull to it. All right, so we're just gonna let that melt a little bit more and it's time to make this egg and sour cream mixture. So I'm just gonna crack 2 eggs and we're gonna whisk that until it's well incorporated. Then I'm gonna add in a cup of sour cream. What that's gonna do is make this mac and cheese really creamy, as well as when we add the eggs to the mac and cheese, it's not gonna scramble in the pot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that until it is a smooth, thick consistency, just like this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside for a minute so I could check on the cheese sauce. As you can tell, all the cheese has melted and it's gotten a little bit thicker. All right, so now we're gonna head over to our noodles. As you can see, the butter has melted in the noodles. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic salt, the onion powder, and the black pepper. For correct measurements, be sure to check the description box below. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in that sour cream and egg mixture, and we're gonna mix everything together until it's well incorporated. Now we take the noodles and we add them directly into the cheese sauce. Make sure you add in the noodles gradually, mixing them as you go, and then adding in the remainder. It makes the process a lot easier. So you want to make sure all the noodles are coated in that cheese sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up one last time. And I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar. No, guys, you're not going to taste the sugar in there. It's just going to give it a great flavor. Trust me on this one. All right, so now you just want to smooth the mac and cheese down with your back of your spoon just to make sure it's level because it is going in the oven and you don't want it to spill. And I'm just going to add some mozzarella cheese on top. You could add any cheese of your choice on top. I'm just using mozzarella because that's what I like. Last step, make sure you cover this in foil when you put this in the oven. That way your mac and cheese does not dry out. I'm going to cook this on 350 for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, you take the lid off and you let it cook uncovered on broil for about 1 to 3 minutes. That's going to help you get that nice crispy crust on top. And I don't know about y'all, but that's my favorite part of baked mac and cheese. All right, so now that this is done, we're gonna go ahead and take this out, let this cool off for about 15 to 20 minutes. That's very important. Don't skip this step. If not, your mac and cheese will not stick together. I know everybody likes to put the spoon in just to do a little cheese pull, but girl, I'm not messing up my mac and cheese. So since this has cooled off and set, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece so you guys can see what the inside looks like. As you can see, it's super creamy. It sticks together, but it's not hard. It still manages to have like that fluffy texture to it and a nice crunch from the top. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, be sure to like this video as well as subscribing to my channel. I post new videos twice a week and I know you guys don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.